Hello, this is Clayton Hicks. I'm the CEO and founder of H7 Network. Welcome to Behind the Network, where we're going to do an interview with one of our leaders in the organization, and we'll also be interviewing members. But today, we have Tronda Hontz, longtime member now, almost 4 years now. And then also, she is with AR Billing Services, and she leads our Plain City group that used to meet in person. Now we all meet virtually. And she's been a longtime member. She's great for the organization. Please reach out to Tronda. She's a great connector. She's a great relational person. And so, Tronda, why don't you share a little bit about yourself? Maybe some of your background or where you're from, things like that.
Well, thanks, Clayton. I was born and raised in the Columbus area. We did do a short jaunt to the West Coast, and I lived in California for a while. Mom got homesick. We moved back. Graduated from high school in 1973 from Westland High School on the west side of Columbus. Was married in 76 and unfortunately lost him in 89 and moved to Plain City, not because of that. My business moved up here. And so I've been a transplant in Plain City for all this time. And I recently became married to John Swank. We'd been together for quite a while, but we went ahead and finalized everything December 31st, and we're now married. And we live here with our little dog, Suki. She's my little Shih Tzu. She's my life. We have 2 kids, not together, separately. John's son works for Newport Aquarium that is in Newport, Kentucky. And then my son is a teacher at Gold Digital Academy, and he lives in Delaware, Ohio.
That's awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for all that you do for so many.
Thank you. I love it.
And we really, appreciate the relationship that I have with you. I call you Mama Tronda.
You do.
And very proudly. And so why don't you, as best you can, tell us a little bit about what your company does in as easy a terms as possible.
It is kind of difficult because we do have a unique business. But if you have bad debt in your office, in your medical office, in your student loan department, or even in your business, even if H7 has bad debt and you're thinking about a collection agency, you need to think about me first. Because number one, I can do it for half price. Number two, and what's really important is that we can save your relationship with your patient, your client, or your student, because we do not report to the credit bureau. We'll work with that person, and we do get paid contingent. So if we don't collect anything, we don't get paid.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to break it down a little bit so that we can kind of explore each of those areas if you don't care. So if I was a doctor or a chiropractor, what could you do for me? If I have patients that owe me money, is that correct?
If you have patients that owe you money, you would want to give me a call and say, okay, I've got X amount of accounts, this much money that is due to me. I'd like for you to take over the management of my revenue at day 0, day 30, day 60, or I'm going to take care of that in-house and have you do the pre-collect piece, which is the piece right before it goes to the collection agency. That is the part that is half price. That is the part that does not have negative connotations. Now, if we do the full service early out management, which is what it's called in the industry, when you do it in-house or you pay somebody to do it, like me, is, now I forgot what I was going to say.
That's okay. What about the in-house management? That's okay. Something about half price, right. I believe.
Right. And then you can turn that over to us and we'll be glad to take care of that for you. And we keep your reputation good with your client, your patient, your student.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So who is, like you said, student loans? So are you saying like a college or a trade school would hire you to do their collections? Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct.
So for example, so maybe like, what's that college Garrett works for? Clark State. So let's say Clark State says, okay, we're having some issues with collecting the debt. You would actually take that over, manage that process, collect the revenue, and then you would obviously probably profit from some of that revenue. Is that right?
Oh, of course. I mean, there wouldn't be any sense in us having a business if we didn't all make profit. So we want to make everybody have profit, not just us. We want it to be everybody. So we want to get those balances collected for Clark State, but we also want to be able to pay our employees for what they did.
Awesome. All right. So you said businesses. So we only have a couple minutes now. So a business, let's say let's use an electrician. An electrician says, man, my general contractor owes me $20,000. Am I going down the right path there when I say that?
You are, but chances are for one account, you wouldn't want to set us up to do just one account.
Yeah.
What would happen with maybe GE that is setting up accounts with all kinds of stores.
Vendors?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And they have a lot of outstanding debt. They're like, man, I don't have the personnel in-house to take care of that. And I want to hand it over to you guys and let you go ahead and take care of those balances. Awesome.
And that was great. That was a great explanation, Tronda. I think you did a great job.
Thanks.
I think that can be very understood. I think that can be very understood. So anyway, so let's do centers of influence first. These would be people that don't do what you do, but share your target market. Can you give us a couple of industries, maybe 3 industries?
That's a little difficult to do because anything medical is centers of influence for me. So in other words,
Okay.
if my local Verizon wireless rep goes into a doctor's office someplace and he overhears someone say, oh my gosh, this bad debt's terrible, he's going to hook me up. He's going to be my center of influence. But I think, as far as that goes, you can be my center of influence because you're going to do the same thing.
So maybe a CFO. What about a fractional CFO? That'd be a good one.
Depends on the industry.
Okay. All right.
It really does, because the one thing about it too is that we were founded on integrity, and and with that said, if I can't help you, I'll find somebody that will help you.
Awesome. Thank you. So, okay. So for your target market, I think I heard, just to repeat it back, medical. So that could be dentists, doctors, private urgent cares. Is that right? So privately owned urgent cares. Mm-hmm. So a doctor that privately owns their practice. Is that right? Mm-hmm. The dentist. It could be any type of. Okay, ancillary. So any kind of MD at all that. Okay, what about maybe even holistic practitioners? Maybe is one. That's a doctor that does functional medicine.
If a doctor, if they have debt as an alternative medicine doctor, typically they don't take insurance.
Oh, that's right.
So yes, they can turn them over to us, and yes, we can go ahead and take care of it. It's just probably not the best move for them to make.
I understand. So give us a couple of businesses. So you said so it'd be somebody that has vendors that they sell products to on an ongoing basis that they need to collect money from. So maybe even could be an auto parts store that, has accounts, receivables. Mm-hmm. Okay. A larger one. Okay.
Any company that turns anything over to a collection agency could give me a call. Any company.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Tronda, for being on. You did a wonderful job.
Thanks.
And thank you for being on the Behind the Network with us. And I hope that the members can connect with you over this video. And thank you again.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.